Hey there, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. It's Meg from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. But today we are going to do the sun sign season of Aquarius. So that means this is your monthly reading for January 20th through February 17th. We do have an interesting event coming up. We have the new moon in Aquarius happening on the 24th of Friday the 24th of January. But that is the Chinese New Year. And so we're going to go ahead and get started here. We're going to pull a card for what the effects of this new moon will be in your life. And you have what do you need to release? And don't let your past hold you back. So I guess they answered the question. What from your past do you need to release? Now, this is generally something you would get with a full moon kind of thing. But I'm going to guess here. We have the South Node, and the South Node is in Capricorn, and we have a lot of activity, a lot of things that have been coming across it and crossing it. And right after that, right before the new moon in Aquarius, we have the moon is going to be in Capricorn, and it is going to cross over that South Node. And so I think that stuff is going to be on your mind. And so what do you need to release from the past so that you can plant seeds of intention in the future in Aquarius, which for you is, which for you is in your 7th house? No, 8th house. Ooh. 10th house. Ooh, 10th house of career. Makes so much sense. So where do you want to take your career? What do you want to do with your career? The reason I say that makes so much sense is because I was getting into your energy before I turned the camera, and what I saw was definitely career oriented, or actually what I heard more than I saw. Before I tell you what that is, let me just thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your comments, for helping me to grow my channel, but more importantly for connecting with me, because when I do that channeling, when I get into your energy, it's a lot easier if we've had some kind of a connection. So be sure to hit that thumbs up button, or leave me a comment even better and let me know what's going on. So what I heard actually was that song, On the Road Again. I don't know, Willie Nelson. I'm not sure if that's who sings it. Kind of hear his voice, so I think so. So On the Road Again, and I was like, wait, so they're traveling. Are they traveling for business? That was like a huge yes. Are they traveling for pleasure, like vacation? And that didn't seem so much like it, and I thought, well, it's Taurus, probably not. Although, if you can get away in the winter for a little break, I am not going to say don't do that. So there might be like short getaways, but it was like more than that. And then I saw the 8 of Wands card, which is about lots of things changing, lots of changes happening and moving forward. And so I said, so is this also about making changes like in their life? Because, you know, on the road again kind of means like you're back in there, back making changes, moving things. And I kind of got a yes, but I feel like it more has to do with there are some of you that are definitely going to be traveling for business if that is something that you do. But as far as moving forward with this in your 10th house of career, that would be about what do you need to let go of in order to promote yourself, to move things forward. It could, of course, be personal issues, but it doesn't seem to really be that way. Although the South Node is currently in your 12th house of spirituality, of goals and dreams, those dreams and stuff. So what can you let go of so that you can go after your dream, whether it has to do with work or a relationship, or maybe you've decided to get back in the gym, on the road again. Maybe you're running. That will never be me. Hey, if you see me running, y'all better take off too. That's all I'm going to say about that. There's something chasing me. Okay, so let's get into this month. I am going to do I'm going to start using my Facebook page for the Tribe Empowers to cover the weekly where the moon's going, because I'm only going to be doing videos twice a month. And so this is for the time period of what's going on during this month of the sun season of Aquarius. And it just gets too confusing when I have all that stuff. I don't know if you're confused, but I often am. Really? Wow. Okay, your 10-card spread is massively, 9-card spread is massively larger than 9 cards. Okay, let's get into what's going on for you for the month. I do want to encourage you to set your intentions by writing them down, and be sure to count your blessings. It helps to open the flow of abundance to you when you recognize already all the places in your life that you're abundant. It just raises your vibration, and it allows that energy to flow better toward you, and allows you to, it's like law of attraction kind of thing. So no wonder you have a lot of cards. You have the will, wisdom, and mind. The will, wisdom, and mind is your overall energy for this period of the sun being in Aquarius. It makes a lot of sense, right? Because Aquarius is a fixed sign, and it's very willful. They don't necessarily want to do things the way they're. So I have. All 3 of my children have strong things going on in Aquarius. And the thing was very much about, they like to march to the beat of their own drum, and they want to write their own music. And so I think that's really what you have going on here, is this need to write your own music, to do things the way you want, and maybe do the little thinking outside of the box. We have a lot of things happening during this time frame. Mercury's getting ready to go retrograde, so it's going to be in the shadow. It's going to be slowing down. It's been moving pretty fast. The next couple of weeks, there's an opportunity to grab some thoughts out there and put them down. There is a little bit of fogginess. And I do want to tell you that there's an opportunity for a romance this month. This is the 20th, so what did that be? That'd be like the 25th. You might be surprised that people speak up and say, woohoo, I really, really care about you, because where the energy is. But right here, this will, wisdom, and mind, this is pulling together your sense of all the knowledge and that you have gained through life experiences, and not just maybe in this lifetime, but also tapping into your higher self and getting guidance from spirit, right? Because wisdom comes from experience that's distilled, knowledge that's distilled down into, knowledge plus experience makes wisdom, right? Things that you've done, what did you learn from it? Just because you've done something, if you haven't taken the time to evaluate it and look at it and say, okay, well, what was the lesson in that? It's kind of hard to pick out the wisdom. Then it's just experience, right? So, for instance, in a job situation, if you've had a project that something didn't go right on it, and you said, oh, well, it didn't go right, and you just move on, then you're missing the opportunity to figure out how to not make that mistake again, right? And so you've had the experience of making that mistake, but unless you take the time to look at it and say, well, what led to this, that, or the other thing, then you're missing out on the opportunity to gain the wisdom and the knowledge that's needed to really move forward and do things better. So Aquarius is all about utilizing our mind, thinking outside of the box, and it is a fixed sign, so it has a lot of inner strength, like this is the way to move forward. And so you have will, wisdom, and mind. This to me is such an Aquarius card showing up for you in support of what's going on. Now, Taurus, you have the ruler of Aquarius, Uranus, in your sign, although it's not the ancient ruler. And the ancient ruler of Aquarius is Capricorn. And Capricorn is, Saturn. And Saturn is just all over the energy of this year. And so you have an opportunity to really create structures by thinking a little outside the box, but some of the stuff is going to get rattled around. Like things the way they were is not how it's necessarily going to be moving forward. And I think that's why you have that on the road again. Like, okay, so I thought I had everything in place and this is how it was going to be. And then I think things kind of got shaken up. And so it's a time to rebuild and create new structures. And you might be on the road to recovery. You might be on the road to a new experience. You might be what you thought was all set in stone might not be. And it could be that you are letting go and moving forward. It's on the road again because you're not going to let the past hold you back. Okay, don't let the past hold you back. And what do you need to release? So on the road again, letting go and moving forward. So in the area of the key position for the month, you have the Buddha Prepares. And what I love about the Buddha Prepares is, number one, it is about being grounded. You're an earth sign. You're totally grounded. It's about spirituality. Taurus represents spirituality. So it is being solidly, securely on the ground, but as above, so below, creating what you want from your thoughts, through your heart and intuition, and being grounded into what is happening around you. So the will, the wisdom, and the mind. Big deal this month. This looks really, really good. So, something that I thought through that. In the area of your heart space, being the key to the situation, this is going to be you listening to your heart, listening to your intuition, staying grounded while things are changing and shifting around you, and remaining on the path that you choose for yourself. You are moving forward, which I'm so excited for you. You guys have been kind of on the fence, but it looks like things are kind of going where they're supposed to go. In the recent past, you even tried to figure out how to clear the path, how to open up the way forward. And there's been a lot of thoughts gone into this, which, you know, there's been this sitting on the fence energy with you. So that makes a lot of sense that would be there to find the way forward. You spent a lot of time looking for the key. And so apparently, for transition, the change, to make this happen, now you need to think about your options. So you have diversity, which is 5 of Scrolls. So this is doing the research, that you have multiple options. There are multiple ways of handling things. Will, wisdom, and mind. Experience. What have you learned? What can you take forward? How can you best utilize it to your strengths in order to create what you want? So she's got 1 in her hand and 4 on the table, which means while she's doing the research, you may be selecting 1, maybe 2 that really seem like they're ideal, but it is a matter of doing some research, paying attention to the details, and exploring all of your options, using that powerful mind of yours to sort through and figure out what you need to do, but at the same time, listening to your heart, listening to your intuition, being in contact with spirit. It is going to take all 3 parts. It's going to be practical, it's going to be emotional, and it's going to be spiritual. Is how you're going to figure out how to recreate your surroundings in any area of your life that feels like it's been a little unstable here. And so in the future, you have, in the area of abundance, we have the Queen of Roses. And the Queen of Roses to me is very much like the Queen of Cups. And so it's about following your intuition. So again, the heart space is all lit up here, and the intuition area, the knowledge and the information from spirit coming in. So the downloads into your intuition, which is in your heart. So paying attention. That's where you're going to create the abundance. That's where you're going to know the way forward. That's how you're going to navigate things. It's through an emotional connection to what you are thinking. Sometimes with Aquarius energy, there's this desire to not be emotionally involved and just look at the facts and figure things out in a very strategic manner. But you're being asked to include your value system. How does it speak to your heart? How does it speak to the past experiences that you've had? How does it speak to the core of who you are? And listening to you. First and foremost, listening to you. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say about this is the Buddha prepares. The Buddha prepares, when it's in the upright position, is about you're ready. And now the teacher comes. Right? When the student is ready, the teacher appears. There is a situation where either you are in the position to now start mentoring others, or you are in the position to be mentored. You've done the work and you're ready. And so you are prepared and ready to take this information and this research and guidance and start moving things in the direction you want to go. Okay, so in the recent past, you have anxious and anxieties around the nest building. So could have been around a family home, could have been around a family structure. It could have been, when I see the nest though, that's also like, your financial security, your nest egg. So whatever it was whatever you've been spending all your time thinking about, you've been very worried about it. And how do I clear the obstacles in order to move things forward? And here we have, I don't like to see this. Okay, so in the area of the heart, we have the 2 worlds. And when I see the 2 worlds, oh, goodness. Okay. when it's in this position, this means that you are only looking at the drudgery and the darkness ahead. And I am going to encourage you, because it's in the future and you have free will, to turn this upside down and look out. You know, so this is counting your blessings becomes really important. Look to the brightness outside. Don't look at the things that haven't worked. What do you need to release? Don't let the past hold you back. Step out into the sunshine. What do you need to release? What drudgery? What's holding you back? So in your heart, you're getting ready. Follow your intuition and release what isn't working so that you could start moving forward in the recent past. Okay, so obstacles. Contracts, you have the scribe. So it could be contracts. It could be, you know, maybe you're locked into a job. It feels legal. It feels legal and binding. So it could be a marriage. It could be you've been renting someplace and you have to wait till your lease is up and it's just horrible there. Or it could be that you want to sell your house but you haven't been able to do that yet. Or you're signed up, you're in a contract for work. It feels very legal is the way it feels. And so when I see the scribe in the area of the mountain of the difficulties of what you need to overcome, I think that finding the appropriate legal way forward was one of the things that was holding you back from what you were trying to manage here. Okay, this is interesting. So you have intricacies and industry. And this is about building and moving forward. What's interesting about this is the spire right here is supposed to point to what you need to be paying attention to. And it is not this month. Okay? It's not really pointing to the future. It's pointing down, which would be down the calendar, which, you know, feels cyclical. So whatever this is, there's a lot of detailed hard work and energy that needs to go into it. It could be also that you feel mired down by all the things that you have to do and you're not really sure how to find the way forward. Oh, stay grounded. Okay, that's what I just heard. Stay grounded. Okay, so staying grounded, staying true to yourself. Okay, that's nice. All right, so intricacies and industry, doing what you know how to do, putting your head down and moving forward in a very detailed way, making sure that you're crossing the T's, dotting the I's. Handling things in a very legally proper way is going to be important in the outcome. Okay. You had 3 cards that came out, and it's, wow. All right, so we have the King of Swords. Not Swords, Scrolls, which is, so you have the King of Scrolls, and he's looking forward. He's planning ahead. He's thinking about where it is he wants to go and what he wants to do. We have the Oracle of Delphi, which is, so the King of Scrolls is all about the analysis. That's the wisdom. That's the mind, right? The Oracle of Delphi is about listening to your intuition, listening to your gut. And then you have fated meeting. So fated meeting means you are right on time to wherever it is you're supposed to go. At an appointed time, you will be in the right place at the right time to create, to do whatever it is you're trying to do here. You are right on time. So while there's been all this pondering, this fence sitting, this trying to pick the way forward, that's part of who you are, Taurus, is being slow and methodical about the way in which you move forward, and it gives you an opportunity to look at what's happened, to create the wisdom by using your mind to look at the experiences that you've had and having the willpower to keep pushing forward. So you're looking to the forward, you're planning for the future, listening to your intuition. You are going to, the right job opportunity, the right place to live, the right relationship, the right whatever it is that you've been sitting on the fence about, the right career opportunity, might not even be a job, but it might be like a business idea or something that you planned. And because we have the scrolls showing up so much, it is possible that it could be something like maybe you're looking for the right publisher for a book or something like that. There is this thinking outside of the box, huge amount of Aquarian energy here, really asking you to yes, think it through, be analytical, but there's so much intuition energy here that don't forget to listen to your intuition and do what feels right. In your heart of hearts, what feels like the right way to go. And don't allow yourself to get stuck in the drudgery. If you're in some kind of a commitment and you're just looking at, well, I don't know how I'm going to get out of it, keep looking. Keep looking. There is a way out. And so in the area of thought, you have action. Now is the perfect time to act. Take inspired action towards your dreams and move forward with confidence. So in the area of thought, you have action, which means it's time to do less thinking, more moving things forward, more pulling it together and figuring out what's next. Don't let whatever is in the past here hold you back. Let's see what we get here for the area of the heart space. What else am I getting here? These are all stuck together. Wow. Okay. Hold on. So you need to get yourself unstuck. All right, well, they're just repeating everything I said. You have clear out the old. Don't give up. Express gratitude, right? Because that when you are counting your blessings, it opens up the flow of abundance to you. So be sure, and I don't know if I said that in this reading or in the previous one, but when you are planting your seeds of intention with a new moon, it is always good to look at what you already have that's so great, and then have patience. So Taurus, that's your superpower, is patience. So have patience for the progress forward. You're right on time. You haven't missed wherever this opportunity is. So, but you need to clear out the old. Don't let the past hold you back. Whatever this is, this legal whatever that's holding you back, you know, and don't give up. Keep moving forward. So that all looks really, really good. And then let's get you a final word here from Spirit. I have this really great new animal spirit guide deck that I opened it up, I shuffled it, and then I pulled a card for myself, and I said, oh, this is going to be good. Because it was my spirit animal that came out. I'm like, I'm a fan of this. Okay, so you have Tiger and Fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. Ooh, so you have a mantra that came with us. Tiger Fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. Beautiful. All right, Taurus. You got this. You can do this. I will talk to you soon. You have a great month. And be checking out that link below if you want to see what's going on every week as far as what the moon is doing. That'll be over on Facebook. You take care.